this is Adam Cole, and you are listening to the podcast for WrestlingNewsSource.com.
You're listening to the official Wrestling News Source podcast. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com or find us on Facebook by searching WNS Podcast. You can also find us on YouTube, Twitter, Stitcher, and iTunes by searching Wrestling News Source Podcast or WNS Podcast. Now being broadcast in over 45 countries, here are your hosts, Daniel Herron and Tyler Abear.
That's right. What's up, everyone? I am Daniel Herron.
I'm Tyler Abear.
And we welcome you to episode 337 of the official podcast for WrestlingNewsSource.com. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com. Check us out on Facebook, WrestlingNewsSource.com. You can find us on Facebook, WNS Podcast, on YouTube, WNS Video, and on iTunes, Wrestling News Source Podcast.
We're on Stitcher, BeyondPod, and Player.fm, and Satchel. Just search Wrestling News Source Podcast to find us.
You can also follow us on Twitter at WNS Podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at WNS_Daniel. You can follow Tyler at Tyler_Abear.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram.
Instagram, yeah.
Abear_mode.
Yeah. Cool. So welcome to the show. Got a ton of stuff to cover this week. We've got NXT Takeover, SummerSlam, Raw, Smackdown, Hot Topics, all that good stuff and more. But first, how you doing, Tyler?
Doing all right.
How's your arm?
My arm is pretty good.
Yeah?
Holding
the selfie stick?
Selfie stick, recording.
Doing a little recording?
Yes.
Recording action?
Yeah.
In your quest for internet fame?
Yes.
How's it going so far?
Slow start.
Yeah. As most, fame tends to be.
Yeah, I'm starting with the Instagram and Flipagram thing, and I don't really have a camera other than my phone.
Yeah.
So that's the camera I want is super expensive, so I can't get that right now. And so next thing is to get video editing software on my computer. I have it on my phone. Yeah. But I keep on looking at it.
That's okay. You're breaking the fourth wall.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to get my footing down with Instagram and Flipagram and all that stuff. And then there's his nose. And then when I get the other stuff down, I'm gonna try YouTube.
Very cool.
YouTube's not right now though.
All right, but that'll come at a later day.
Yeah.
All right, good stuff. So yeah, welcome to the show. As always, got a lot to talk about. More so this week because we had the big four events: Takeover, SummerSlam, Raw, SmackDown, all that good stuff as well. So yeah, let's. For those of you who are listening, if you have not done so, feel free to join our Facebook group. It's your chance to give us instant feedback on the show. We always like to hear back from our listeners. So if you have not done so and you like us on Facebook, WNS Podcast, check out our group page as well, because we're posting polls and asking questions and all that. So it's really cool to hear back from you guys. So the more, obviously, the more participation, the better. So we can start reading some of the polls here on the show. But let's dive into NXT Takeover Brooklyn 3. It took place this past Saturday. Unfortunately, Tyler and I were not able to watch it live.
Yeah.
We were too busy vacationing, I guess, you could say, at the beach. And I ended up having a really good time.
Yeah, just to get away from where we live and, like, all the stuff that's been going on in our works and all that stuff. And, heck, we went to the beach and had fun. And I got in the nasty water.
Very nasty water.
Galveston, the Bolivar Peninsula, all this area. The water is like not clear and it's nasty looking.
Basically, all the dirt and soot that comes from the Mississippi River flows to where we are.
So
the water's nice and brown.
I don't know what else was in it, but I kept on getting hit with it looks like pieces of like a net, but it was clear. And I know people are going to think I'm weird. What I'm about to say is, but I smelled. I took it out. I was smelling it. It smells exactly like artificial lures that people use to go fishing and stuff. It smells like that.
Interesting.
I don't know. And it was tons of it. Me and Sushan got in the water and I just stood in the water and just spread my legs and spread my arms. And I could just feel the stuff just getting caught in my arms. I was like, I kept on throwing it. I was like, ugh.
Nasty.
But the water was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool in the water. Not cool it's, oh man, it's awesome. Be there cool temperature.
Oh yeah.
That's where all the people are, man. It's really cool.
Yeah, and we picked a good weekend to go because it wasn't very crowded.
No.
With the exception of there not being very much wind and it being just blistering hot. It ended up being a very good weekend to go. Not so much for this weekend as, what is it, the tropical storm, what's his name, Herbert, heading our way. I think it's either a depression or it's a tropical storm, but it is heading our way. So for those of you who are listening to the show, say happy thoughts for us.
Yeah, because we want to
survive.
We want to converge on Daniel's house and watch the Mayweather.
Harvey, that's what it is.
Harvey.
Yeah.
Herbert. Harvey.
Yes. It's heading
Jeff Harvey.
pretty much straight for us. Our area has already been issued as a state of emergency. We're expecting up to possibly 15 inches of rain within the next 4 or 5 days.
No.
Yeah. So between Thursday and Monday, we're expecting to get possibly, if it heads our way, over a foot of rain over the course of 4 days.
Knock it off course.
We can't really do that.
We tried everything.
Damn it, we tried everything. Not everything. So yeah, we might be underwater by the time the next show comes around. Did you get to watch Rick and Morty?
No.
It was a pretty good one.
It
was a Jerry episode though. So it wasn't
I saw a
that
preview
great.
of it. They had to work together and all that stuff, and they
went to a world where you cannot die.
Oh, really?
Like you can be killed, but you come back to life immediately.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
They still hate each other, but they respect each other or something, right?
Yeah. By the end of the episode, yes. But yeah, there were 2 kids running around with laser guns shooting each other in the head.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And Jerry turns around and is like, bad parenting. But still, I know they can't die, but still.
I think they need to bring back Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Yeah. Where is Mr. Poopy Butthole?
Has he recovered?
That's the
We know
age-old
he's
question.
not fake.
Yeah. He is very much alive. And where's Phoenix Person been? And
Hey, you gotta wait till.
Where's Evil Morty been?
You gotta wait, man. You gotta wait to. Rick and Morty is good about continuity.
Yeah.
So they're gonna bring back, I think, them.
It'll be time.
Yeah.
So let's talk about NXT Takeover. I ended up getting to watch the whole thing. You did not get to watch the main event, which is okay. Because I'm sure you saw the highlights of what happened afterwards anyway. And that's what everyone's talking about. So the first match, Andrade Cien Almas defeats Johnny Gargano. Great opening contest.
Oh, yeah, those guys did really good. And there was so many near falls. You thought Johnny was going to win or Cien. Man.
It was a good match. The ending came with a distraction after a T-shirt was thrown at Johnny. And
how did you feel about that?
It's fine. Heels cheat to win, so I'm okay with that. I was expecting him to open the shirt and it be like a DIY shirt.
That's what it looked like because it was blue.
Yeah. So I didn't get to fully see what the shirt was. But either way,
that was her love for Johnny.
Yeah, absolutely. After that, we got to see Sanity go up against the Authors of Pain for the NXT Tag Team Championship.
Okay. I feel like I was more hyped on this match than I should have been.
Really?
Just because I'm on Authors of Pain and also Sanity.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what it is. I don't think Eric Young is an awesome wrestler.
Yeah.
But I don't know. People were behind Sanity, and I felt like I was. I was with Eric Young, and I couldn't tell you what it was because I usually don't like Eric Young.
Just something about it. Maybe the crowd influenced you a little bit, or
maybe I don't know. It's random.
It's insanity.
Oh,
I get it. But yeah, Sanity ends up defeating the Authors of Pain to become the new tag team champions, and then Red Dragon appears, which was really cool to see. So, what did you think whenever you saw the old Red Dragon show up?
Didn't I tell you last week?
That you did.
I was like, I'm predicting this. Okay. In my mind, we have what's the tag teams that we have? We have
Authors of Pain, Sanity,
Heavy Machinery.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? TM
61 or something like
still
that.
Out injury.
Yeah, I forgot about them.
They have the Street Magicians. Is that what they're called?
I have no idea.
And then they got Tino Sabatelli and that other dude. But those other Tino and those other people, Street Musicians, they're not ready to be like on the. I mean, they're on the roster, but they're not.
They're not on the Neville level.
The Neville level. They're not in the tag team title scene.
Right.
So, like, hey, guess what? Red Dragon, we have them.
Mm-hmm.
Because what? They did one match, right? Separately. Kyle O'Reilly and
Bobby Fish.
They both lost to Aleister Black, if I'm correct. But, no, that's good. And then you want to just, I don't know, you want to wait till the end or say the whole
No,
thing?
we can jump ahead.
Because they came out later on to distract McIntyre.
They didn't distract him. It was after the match had already concluded.
Yeah, well, at the end, whenever he's walking, I was about to say Drew McIntyre.
The chosen one.
And that's when Adam Cole jumped him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're
Adam Cole, baby.
So
Crowd went nuts for that.
Oh yeah. So he's automatically going to be thrust into the main event scene.
Mm-hmm.
So that's.
And I know before SmackDown took place, a lot of people were wondering, okay, so Adam Cole's already in the title picture. What does that do for Bobby Roode? Does he get his rematch? Well, come to find out, Bobby Roode debuted on SmackDown.
Well, I think he's going to be doing both.
Really?
Because I think he's not done with Roderick. You saw the backstage thing?
I did not.
Where Roderick came or whatever, and I forgot what he said. I don't know if he says that he's coming after him or something like that. They were talking backstage, or he walked past. I don't know. So I think maybe he does SmackDown and NXT, and maybe he loses to Roderick. Maybe. I mean, this is also another way to go out.
Yeah.
The NXT, but
I figured it was just their way of saying, nope, everything's gone. He's out the door.
I mean, is he gonna get a title rematch? I mean.
Doesn't need it. He's making the big bucks now on SmackDown.
Well,
because that's sort of how
all the champions usually get a rematch.
But he's on to bigger and better things, and he even mentioned it in his post-match interview with Renee Young. He was like, Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon, they broke the bank getting me here. So why? In theory, why would I even need to go back?
We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah,
because we don't know for sure.
Yeah. So Red Dragon attacked the Sanity members, and that took us into the next match. Hideo Itami going up against Aleister Black. This was probably my favorite match on the whole night.
That was such a good match.
Hard hitting,
striking, hell,
the kicks.
Yeah, Aleister was bleeding.
Yeah, bleeding
all
through the nose, I
and
think.
Stuff, and JR was on commentary. Mm-hmm. Oh, and also the match before Corey was on commentary. Yeah. But
have you noticed Percy on his commentary?
Alexander Black. Did you notice that? He said Alexander Black.
I didn't notice that.
Because I had to rewind it. It's like, he said Alexander Black.
I noticed like how little Percy Watson talks during the matches. Like it's almost like a two-person commentary team, and then Percy every once in a while we're like, oh, look at that. Oh, wow.
It's not coming to my head because the only thing I pay attention to certain things he says, but I don't know.
It just seems
Morrow and
Nigel.
I was about to say Desmond.
Man, you're just going to all the former names.
All names.
All names all night.
Yeah.
So yeah, Aleister Black, Hideo Itami, hard hitting match. I loved it. Great back and forth action. It's, they even mentioned at the end of the match as one of those instant classic
for sure.
matches.
Man, okay. We had this talk during the weekend. They got so many guys there for NXT. Mm-hmm. Should they bring a mid-card title?
There's actually a rumor of that they might be bringing one in. Possibly an NXT television champ or something like that. Something along those lines.
The WWE Network champ.
It could be that. The NXT Network champion.
Who knows? Because, there's so many, main event stars that they have over there that's not in the main event. Because, let's face it, not everyone can be in the main event.
Right.
You got Cassius. You got Roderick. You got Alistair. You got Hideo. You got Adam Cole. You got Drew McIntyre. You got who else? I'm missing someone.
I don't know. But you do have a wide variety of stars that you can have. So yeah, maybe they are going to be bringing in a minor title.
I don't see them taking the belt off of Drew and putting it on Adam Cole. I could be wrong.
I did see a comment that said, with Sanity getting sort of the babyface reaction from the crowd. Adam Cole and Red Dragon could be your new heel stable. And maybe
they
they could
that kind of like face reaction, but it wasn't like they weren't doing like super face stuff and like super heel things.
Oh, they're attacking people when they're down.
Well, that was too, but yeah, you're right. They got heel stuff, but
and there was talk of like who would be a great fourth member for that, and it would be Roderick Strong for the Adam Cole and Red Dragon faction, because Roderick could say, "Dude, I never even got my opportunity. What the hell is this?" And they could approach him and be like, "Well, you should join with us and let's run this place."
I wonder if they're gonna call him Red. They're not gonna call Red Dragon.
No. But I was surprised at Nigel doing the Adam Cole baby.
Yeah,
that was pretty nice. Nice little touch. So yeah, Aleister Black ends up getting the win, which takes us to the next match. Asuka going up against Ember Moon. And this was another really solid matchup. Unfortunately, Asuka suffered a, collarbone injury?
Yeah.
I think it was a broken collarbone.
Oh!
So she's expected to be out in about 6 weeks, depending on recovery time and all that.
She's going to have to drop the title.
Nope. They've said, I believe at the moment they're going to allow her to keep the title.
CM Punk style.
Yeah, they'll just have her, do her own thing, or maybe just have her not be on TV for a while they focus on the new number one contender. And then, because the next takeover isn't until November, which is Houston, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yes. So they might let her keep the title. I mean, it could be Brock Lesnar style, where he's just not on TV, but he's still the champion, Maybe they do that for her. We'll see. But Ember Moon, great showing for her. The crowd certainly showed their appreciation at the end of the match. At the beginning, they booed her because they were so in favor of Asuka. But by the end of the match, I think she earned the respect of the Brooklyn crowd. And a lot of people have been saying, we want Ember Moon to be the person to take the title off of Asuka, but this was the correct decision to have Asuka retain. So maybe they can have one more match and they just go all out and then tear the house down, and Ember Moon gets the title for the next one. The final matchup, Drew McIntyre going up against Bobby Roode. This was a pretty long matchup, and it was good back and forth. I did enjoy the action. I will say it's one of my more favorite Bobby Roode matches. Drew McIntyre, dude's 6'5", and he looks like a giant in that ring. It is insane.
He's bigger than Bobby.
Bobby's like 6'1", I think, or 6 foot even. But like just standing in the corner, he just looks like a massive dude. And then you got guys like Adam Cole and
small,
and Bobby Fish and all them. They seem so tiny in comparison. So it's really weird to see. And I did like the video package that they did for the matchup with where they addressed Drew McIntyre's past. It showed him in 2009 walking out through the curtain, Vince McMahon saying, "This is going to be your guy." And he was like, "You know what? I was cocky. I felt entitled, and I felt like I didn't owe anybody anything, and I had to step away for a while and learn the value of what I had, and now I'm just back and doing all that stuff.
I'm back, baby."
Yeah. But the matchup, it was solid enough. Drew McIntyre ends up getting the victory, becoming the new NXT champion. And then, like we said before, Adam Cole made his debut and delivered a statement to Drew McIntyre in the form of a super kick. But all in all, NXT Takeover Brooklyn 3 delivered as promised. We talked about it in our predictions while we talked about the show. We knew that it didn't matter if we had watched it or not. The episodes of NXT leading up to it, we knew that there was going to be a good, solid show from NXT, and they certainly delivered. And a lot of people were claiming that this is the best NXT Takeover ever.
Really?
Period. Yeah. So, and I gotta say, as far as recent memory goes, I'm tending to agree.
Till next time, Brooklyn. Next time, Brooklyn 4.
Brooklyn 4. It's already confirmed for next year. So.
Oh, is it really?
Well, they've already confirmed that SummerSlam is going to be there next year, which means NXT is probably going to be there next year as well.
And then it's going to be there again next year. Brooklyn 5.
Yeah, we'll see. So yeah, that does it for NXT Takeover. Let's go into SummerSlam. Summerfest, yes. I did not get to catch the 3 kickoff matches because we were returning from the beach.
I came in on the Usos versus New Day Uggos.
Yes. The first matchup was the Miz Taraj and Miz going up against Jason Jordan and the Hardy Boys, and apparently the doors had just opened while the match was going on, and they were very high in security, so not a lot of people were in the crowd while this match was taking place, and it was basically an empty arena. And there were reports coming out that all 6 members of this match were just insanely unhappy with that, the fact that there was no one. They were wrestling basically for the network only. But the Miz and Miz Taraj end up getting the victory. The next kickoff match, Neville going up against Akira Tozawa. And Neville ends up winning the championship. So
what the hell are they doing?
I don't know. I don't understand the logic. If you're gonna give him the title, if you're gonna give Akira the title, why only give him a 6-day run? Is it just for the feel good moment, or like what is the reasoning behind it? I don't really understand. It's weird.
No, I don't know.
The like I said, I didn't get to watch the match, so I can't really comment too much on it. But the final kickoff match, Usos going up against New Day, SmackDown Tag Championship on the line. From what I heard, this was actually a really solid matchup, really good performance by both teams, with the Usos becoming the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. So. Yeah,
I called it for the feud, I guess, to go on longer. I thought. I mean, there's stuff in the works that may change.
Yeah, but that takes us into the main card, where we got to see John Cena going up against Baron Corbin. And I found it very interesting that John Cena was opening the show. I couldn't remember the last time something like that had happened. But he goes up against Baron Corbin. And I don't know, what did you think about the matchup?
This whole Baron Corbin and John Cena thing, I called it too. The whole Baron was going to lose because of
being in the doghouse.
We don't know for sure if that's the deal or whatever, if he's really in the doghouse, but he lost his title. And
it certainly seems that way. He lost the Money in the Bank. He's been losing matches left and right. Now he's lost to John Cena at SummerSlam. So it's kind of looking like he's in the doghouse, not being really too favored among those backstage. So John Cena gets the win. Match was all right. Nothing too great. But yeah, John Cena does end up getting the victory. After that, we got to see Natalya going up against Naomi for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I was kind of surprised. I thought they were going to keep the title on Naomi a little bit longer. But Natalya ends up getting the victory via submission.
Yeah, man. There was a lot of title changes this pay-per-view.
Yeah. This was the third of the night.
Man, it just kept on going and going. It stopped, but it did, and I was like, okay. When was the last time Natalya had the title?
7 years ago.
Dang.
When it was the Divas Championship.
She's not a diva anymore.
She's not a diva. But, it's well-deserved. It's been a long time for her, and she's had to put up with a lot of BS as far as what her character has been over the years. So I'm glad that she at least gets to be a champion, even if it's for a little bit. And I know that Carmella is always waiting in the wings, so to speak, to cash in Money in the Bank. Cash it in. That's right. After that, we got to see the Big Show going up against Big Cass, and this match did nothing for me.
No, and the whole thing, him being a shark cage, Enzo, and he got the lube or whatever he had, Vaseline. He scooted out of there. I don't know, man. I'm just tired.
It ended up being a waste because as soon as he dropped down, Big Cass gave him the boot, and he was out of the picture. So it didn't do anything.
No.
And I mean, let's go ahead and talk about their matchup on Raw the following night. They had a Brooklyn street fight. The match ends up getting called because of a leg injury to Big Cass, and it turns out he suffered a torn ACL and is requiring surgery. So he's going to be out for a while. And I mean, I wish I could say that it's a huge loss, but it's really not, because this whole feud has led to nothing. It's like, okay, they split up and they're trying to get back at one another. Big Cass got the win. He shut Enzo up. Well, no, we're not done yet. I got my boy Big Show. Okay, well, I beat him too. Well, we're still not done. Okay, well, oh God, I tore my ACL. Like this whole feud has been just awful, just awful.
I don't know, man. I'm sad for him. They're trying to make him a singles competitor.
Yeah, you're trying to make him an opposable threat by
I just don't
taking
think
on Enzo.
Cass is a good wrestler. I mean, okay, that sounds bad.
He's not.
He's not a bad wrestler, but he's not.
He's not good.
Yeah,
he's better than Enzo, but that's not saying much.
Their dynamic work together.
Yeah, it was like I said, probably like a year or two ago. It's the New Age Outlaws complex. They're known for their entrance. Once they get done with the entrance, their matches are okay. But, as long as they're coming out doing their entrance, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the crowd is going to go nuts.
Yeah.
So now that that's over, what is there?
Nothing.
Yeah. I mean, they ended up moving Enzo over to 205 Live. So, demotion, I guess?
Nah.
Or is it somewhere where he can flourish?
I know he confronted him, but what did he say?
He confronted Neville and basically said 205 Live is now the realest show in the room or something like that.
Well, Akira, did he have his rematch? He haven't had his rematch yet.
I think he had his rematch. I'm guessing he lost because it looked like it was after the match. Can only shake your head in disgust. So, yeah. But Big Cass ends up defeating Big Show. They worked over the hand the whole time. And that's another thing. If your hand is, air quote, broken, would you tape it or would you put it in a cast?
I guess a cast.
Okay. Big Show's hand reported broken by
not broken.
WWE trainer backstage the Raw before.
They're liars.
They just wrapped it. Just regular old wrap.
Wrap.
Like, sorry. No, that's not going to work for me. But I get it. No, we're going to make it a big target kind of thing. Anyways, Big Cass gets the win. Let's move on from that. Randy Orton versus Rusev match gets underway after Rusev attacks Orton. As soon as the bell rings, RKO from out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3.
That was quick.
Rusev unhappy, and there's a rumor, and I don't know how true it is or what, but you know how rumors go. There's a rumor that Rusev is very unpleased and has asked for his release. Again, only a rumor. Can't say for certain. I'm not backstage. I don't know what's going on. Just reporting it, folks. So, if that's the case, man, WWE dropped the ball on Rusev. Had a chance to make a huge star, and they squandered it. The next match we'll talk about, Sasha Banks going up against Alexa Bliss, Raw Women's Championship on the line. I wanted to get into this match, but I just really couldn't. I don't know. It just didn't really do much for me.
Should have done something for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what?
I don't know.
Oh. Okay. Sasha Banks ends up getting the victory via submission.
Via satellite.
Becomes the new Raw Women's Champion. Did you have any thoughts on the matchup?
No. I thought Alexa was going to keep it.
Yeah. I think a lot of people were thinking that as well. After that, we got to see Finn Balor going up against Bray Wyatt. And I'm so disappointed with the build-up for this because, like I said in the predictions, why on earth would you say, oh, it's going to be Demon Finn Balor, it's going to be the Demon King Finn Balor? No! Just say it's Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. Let the entrance do its job in getting the crowd hyped up.
He did look a little iffy. Bray Wyatt looked iffy.
Yeah.
Whenever he came out as the Demon King.
How much better would it have been if it was unannounced?
Yeah.
If you would have heard the heartbeat, the lights flash red, the crowd would have been like, oh, I know what that means.
Yep.
Because he teased it, saying, oh, well, I'm going to show Bray that I've got demons of my own. Crowd goes nuts for that. That's all you needed to do. Just leave it right then and there. Like, that's a big enough tease for the crowd to get it.
Yep.
The match itself, whatever. But that was one of those moments that I felt was flourished because it was like, oh, okay, well, we know what's happening now. As opposed to, is he going to do it? Is he not? We hope so.
Yeah.
And then he does it. But I don't know. You had any thoughts on the matchup?
Nope.
All right. After that, got to see the Raw Tag Team Championship on the line. Cesaro and Sheamus going up against Rollins and Ambrose. I felt like this was a pretty good matchup. They had a couple hiccups here or there. But I want to give so much credit to Cesaro. Thank you for running out into the crowd and destroying that beach ball, because we've talked about it before, levels of respect for the show and the talent and all that, whatever. Tired of talking about that.
That one guy who bought the beach ball is pissed.
He shouldn't have brought it.
I know.
If he didn't bring it and didn't inflate it and start throwing it around, then it would have gotten taken away and ripped up.
Yep. Well,
So it's his own fault.
it's so funny whenever that happened on Twitter. Cassius said Cesaro is his favorite wrestler.
Yeah. And we talked about this while we were watching it. For those of you who might want to go back and rewatch it, pay attention to the crowd, because they were all focused about the beach ball and they were chanting boring or whatever. They weren't paying attention to the match. That's the long story short. Whenever Cesaro grabbed hold of the beach ball, ripped it to shreds, they actually started paying attention to the match. And by the end of it, they were chanting, "This is awesome." So if you freaking pay attention to the match, if you watch it, maybe you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand the logic.
We like
of
beach
it.
ball. Oh, hey, give me a beer, or the
Yeah.
cruiserweights suck, all that stupid chants.
Yeah. Just watch the match. I'm tired of talking about that. We need to do a fan etiquette show. Like, here's all the things you need to know if you're going to go to a show.
Yep.
And that's what we'll do. That'll get us YouTube fame right there.
There you go.
License to print money. That's what that is.
Half praise, half boo.
Yeah. So
These motherfuckers don't know. Shut up. We do.
after that, we got to see AJ Styles going up against Kevin Owens with Shane O'Mac as the special guest referee. Good back and forth action. I liked the matchup. It was okay, nothing too great. The confrontations they had with Shane McMahon, whatever, you knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
The waving off after AJ Styles got his foot on the rope, it's fine, whatever. AJ Styles defeats Kevin Owens to retain the United States Championship, and they're continuing the feud on SmackDown this week as well. Going into one of the main events, Jinder Mahal going up against Shinsuke Nakamura. Crowd was on fire for Shinsuke.
Yeah. It was a all right match.
Yeah.
Can't believe that ending happened.
It's like it's the same match it's the same ending they used when Jinder won the title, when he's defeated, Randy Orton, all those times, whatever. I don't know. Are they just going to continue to do the same loop over and over again?
I don't know. Hopefully Shinsuke wins it.
we'll see. But it was kind of shocking to see Jinder get the win. A lot of people were hoping and expecting Shinsuke to get the pin, but was not to be, as Jinder Mahal retains the WWE Championship. But that takes us into my favorite match on the card, the Fatal 4-Way, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe, Braun Strowman for the Universal Championship. Holy crap, was this match fun.
Yeah, it was. They separate, or they didn't go after each other at first, Braun and Brock.
Mm-hmm.
But man, when they first did it, Braun was dominant on Brock.
Yeah, I was surprised at how much they let Braun sort of just toss around Brock Lesnar. Put him through 2 of the announce tables, flipped the 3rd on top of him.
And table is your new champion.
Table pin Brock Lesnar on the outside of the ring. We got to see a chair get thrown.
Oh man, I love when he does that shit
out of nowhere.
That's the best.
Oh,
that's like his signature.
Yeah. I was kind of shocked that they did the stretcher job to Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, doesn't seem like his thing.
Not at all. And the fact that
because Braun is such dominant, so
yeah. It was crazy. Hard hits, a lot of action. Loved it. Can't say enough good things about this match. If you did not see it, this would be one to go back and rewatch because it was highly enjoyable. I recommend it. Even if you're not a fan of how the match ended, Brock Lesnar retains and he gets to stick around for a little bit longer at least.
Brock Lesnar is your champion.
And what's really funny is that John Bones Jones, the UFC fighter, he ended up failing a drug test after his UFC 214 win, and it looks like he's being stripped of his his UFC championship. So, and he actually called out Brock Lesnar after his fight.
It's not gonna happen now.
Not happening now. Mm-mm. So,
thank you, man.
Yeah, keeping Brock around for a little longer. So, yeah, worth checking out. I thought SummerSlam was enjoyable. Sometimes I like the crowd, sometimes I did not, but that's how it goes.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
Cookies are crumbling, that's right. Let's talk about Raw. We kick things off with Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman as they're congratulating each other, I guess, on a victory. And Braun Strowman comes down and says, I want you. I want that title.
I want you now.
I want you now, yeah. And proceeds to just beat down Brock Lesnar. Throw him around a little bit. The brawl was on.
Yeah. Man, this is golden.
Yeah. The crowd wants it. I want to see it. Make it happen. It's going to happen.
Make it happen.
Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman has been announced for No Mercy in 5 weeks. We get 5 weeks without a pay-per-view. It's crazy. Feels good.
Feels good?
Yeah.
Feels good.
As opposed to, hey, here are the results for a pay-per-view, and now let's go into our predictions. So
yeah.
I like the space. We already talked about Enzo and Big Cass, the match stopping via ref stoppage and the
via satellite
torn ACL. We got to see Nia Jax squash Emma, Elias squash R-Truth. We got to see John Cena come out.
I swear when Cena came out and all that stuff, and then when he got to talking about, he came here for one superstar, I was like, Samoa Joe. And then
he was involved in the segment.
Yeah.
But it was not him. It was a Samoan.
How do you feel about John being super goofy and Roman?
It was Samoa Joe.
That is, yeah. Roman being all serious and it's like you run your mouth on Twitter and stuff like that, and Cena just being goofy. How do you feel about that? Because I guess one has to be heel, one has to be face. I guess I don't know. No, not really.
Well, when the crowd is chanting "You both suck," I don't really think it matters who's playing the heel and who's playing the face.
Well, that was later. That wasn't at the beginning.
Yeah. But still, I think Cena knows. Look, I'm kind of reaching the tail end of my career. I'm on the downslope of it, so I'm just here to have fun.
Yeah, it showed.
And if you try and stand up to me, I'll still knock your teeth down your throat. Which, by the way, did you see that that video with Cena and the Cricket Wireless?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was awesome.
Tears, man.
Yeah.
That was emotional. That was an emotional roller coaster.
It just proves you don't know what's going on in people's life, and someone that's very positive like John Cena can help someone,
Yeah. It's one of those whether it's been said 1,000 times, whether you love the guy or whether you hate the guy, you got to respect him for what he's done. He's been a major influence on kids and all that who's grown up and did the never give up part of their lives. So, in one aspect, you would love to see him turn heel and, embrace this whole other character and show what he's really capable of. But on the other end, you've got those kids who rely so much on him, and it's like, okay, I can't really be mad at the guy because of what I want,
Yeah.
Because he is a good role model for kids, and so props to him for that. I did like The Miz coming out and sort of saying what was on his mind. Basically, how many more chances are you guys going to get? I've had to fight for everything that I've got, and you guys just show up whenever you want and get whatever you want. Samoa Joe joined a little bit later on, and they set up for a tag match play.
And you, John Cena, smack.
Yeah.
Punch.
Broke down into a fight. So that set up for the main event later on that night. Got to see some cruiserweight action. Grand Metalik, Mustafa Ali, Rich Swann, Cedric Alexander defeat Noam Dar, Arya Daivari, Tony Nese, and Drew Gulak.
I mean, how do you feel about all these cruiserweights that they're not doing anything with? And Akira's about to be on the list.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of just do their little cycles, like, okay, this guy's going to be the new number one contender, and we'll do that, and then when he's done, we'll go to
Enzo's
the next one.
The next number one contender.
Yeah, even though it looks like they're trying to build up Cedric Alexander because he got the win and whatever, but I don't know, man.
That has to be like a last minute decision to put the belt back on
Neville.
Yeah, think.
I don't know. It's tough call. But I'm going to say this until they either cancel the show or actually do it. I still think 205 Live should be filmed at Full Sail. Just because the crowd would appreciate it more.
I agree.
So that took us into Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose saying, man, it felt good to
be a gangsta.
Yeah, be gangstas and get the win. The Hardy Boys came out. Said, hey, we just want to say congratulations.
Yeah. I don't know. To me, I don't care anymore. They're just taunting. I don't think it's ever going to happen. The broken stuff.
Yeah. So they sort of said, hey, we would love to challenge you guys for the championship titles.
You noticed that Seth Rollins was doing the Adam Cole thing?
Yes.
Bang!
Yes, I did. I was like, God, what a knockoff.
Like, don't do that. Come on.
How many more things are you going to steal from people, Seth? Yeah, I'm calling you out. Shit. So this ended up taking place a tag match. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose going up against the Hardy Boys. This match was fun to watch. They had good chemistry. There were a couple of hiccups here or there, but nothing too bad. I enjoyed the matchup, and Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose end up getting the victory.
Victory.
1, 2, 3, victory. Oh, yeah. Earlier in the night, Jason Jordan approached Kurt Angle and said, I really want to earn my place around here. I'd like to challenge Finn Balor. And Kurt Angle says, hey, let's make that happen. You got it. Later on tonight, you going up against Finn Balor. So it's a new matchup, which is always a nice thing, something fresh, something we haven't seen before. And it was sort of the story of Jason Jordan's not quite on that level yet. He still has a way to go before he can be on the Finn Balor-esque level. So,
you're not on my level.
Not on the Neville level. Sorry. So Finn Balor ends up getting the victory. And that takes us into the main event for Raw. John Cena and Roman Reigns going up against Miz and Samoa Joe. What did you think of the Samoa Joe pep talk that he had with Miz and the Miz-tourage?
I must have missed that.
It was a backstage segment, and Samoa Joe was like, tell you what, you two, he's talking to the Miz-tourage, you two stand off to the side. Miz, you do whatever odd offense thing that it is that you do, and I'll go to work.
Yeah. What did Miz say?
They didn't say anything. Well, Miz was at first like, man, I'm so glad that you decided to come to us. You know, with these two guys, I almost had to beg them to be part of the Mistras, but you came to me and wanted to be part of it. And he's like, let's get something straight. All right, you guys stay off to the side. You do whatever it is you do, and I'm gonna go fight. So it's pretty cool. But John Cena and Roman Reigns end up getting the victory. Crowd goes home happy. And that was about it. So that takes us into SmackDown. Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, and Shane O'Mac have a segment talking about the screw job that took place. Kevin Owens unhappy.
Shane McMahon, or another McMahon, screwed over a legendary Canadian figure.
Yes. So yeah. So Shane O'Mac says, okay, well, you know what? Tell you what, if AJ Styles is okay with it, you can have a rematch. And Kevin Owens said, no, I want to be able to pick the referee, because the last time I got screwed and now I got screwed by you. So I want to pick my own referee.
Yeah.
So the whole night he's searching, goes up to Sami Zayn. Is that even recording?
I thought it was.
I guess not.
Nope.
I don't know. So he's basically saying, I want to pick my own referee. So he goes up to Sami Zayn and
I thought he
had a nice heart-to-heart kind of thing.
I thought he was going to get Sami Zayn. Because I thought actually Sami Zayn was going to turn.
See, I wasn't expecting that. Like, I was like, oh, maybe he's trying to sweeten him up and be in favor of him.
Because he said, let's face it, you really haven't done nothing since
once he said that, I was like, okay, Sammy's not going to... He's not going to go for it.
What if Sami turned?
Why would he turn? He's Sami Zayn. He's the lovable underdog from the underground.
Sure.
That's what he is.
Yep.
So, yeah. So, Kevin Owens ended up finding Baron Corbin to be his special referee. And even during that matchup, Corbin got so frustrated because Shane O'Mac came down and was distracting. And he ended up taking off his referee shirt and threw it at Shane O'Mac. Said, here, you do it.
Shane puts it on.
Oh,
because Kevin Owens low blows AJ.
Mm-hmm. And so he goes to count 3, and Shane pulls Baron Corbin out and is like, dude, what are you doing? There was a low blow. And so he's like, you know what? I'm out of here. You do it. And so we're jumping ahead to the main event, but that's okay. Shane O'Mac becomes the referee, counts 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles retains the championship.
Yep.
We got to see Aiden English go up against the debut of Bobby Roode, and the crowd was going nuts for that as he makes SmackDown glorious.
Glorious. Well, SmackDown had their surprises, just like John Cena was on Raw.
Yeah.
They had to replace him with someone.
Sure.
Actually got 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
SmackDown got 2 people.
SmackDown did get 2 people. Daniel Bryan had a segment with Chad Gable backstage and said, you know what? I know you're disappointed that Jason Jordan went over to Raw, but he didn't go for no reason. We got someone. I had Kurt Angle call in a favor to one of his friends.
I didn't know he was on his way. I thought that he wasn't going to go back. He was not going to go back to WWE.
I heard that he might be, but I hadn't heard that anything had been fully confirmed. So it was a nice surprise. Shelton Benjamin making his return to SmackDown. And it looks like he's going to be teaming up with Chad Gable next week.
I watched the video again. I think they re-edited it because you remember when Chad Gable was like, hey, yeah, we could do it next week, whatever. And like Shelton looked like he was about to say no. Did he look like that to you?
He was kind of just like, oh, we're going to be tag teaming together. Okay, that's weird, but all right. So, yeah. After that, we got to see the Usos going up against the Hype Bros. It was really funny. I was watching this match with Kelsey, and she looked at Mojo Rawley, and she was like, he's moving around way too much. I'm like, he's hype. You got to get hype.
Yeah, it's a condition.
Yeah, it's a condition. That's for sure. So, the Usos made short work of the Hype Bros getting the victory.
Well, I guess I don't know what they're going to do with New Day and all that stuff. Then they have...
We didn't even see New Day.
Yeah, we didn't see New Day. And then also next week we got Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin.
Mm-hmm. They're probably going to go up against the Ascension. That would be my guess.
Probably so.
Yeah. We did not see Mike Kanellis.
No.
We haven't seen him in a couple of weeks, I think.
Yeah, that's weird. I wonder what's the dealio on that.
Just falling flat.
Yeah.
I mean, how many matches has he had? He had the
2
mini feud with Sami Zayn. That was pretty much it.
2 or 3 matches.
Yeah. So after that, we got to see Shinsuke Nakamura going up against the Singh Bros in a handicap fashion. Shinsuke makes quick work of the guys and gets the win.
Yeah.
After that, we got to see the team of Naomi and Becky Lynch go up against Carmella and Natalya. And Carmella was very reluctant to get in the match.
James Ellsworth told the plan.
Yep. He kind of spoiled it. And Carmella was waiting for her opportunity to cash in. Unfortunately, it didn't come. And Carmella
she got accidentally
tapped out.
tagged in, and yeah, she tapped out.
Yeah. What did you think of the Dolph Ziggler promo?
Where's he going with this?
He's basically, I'm frustrated and, I'm not getting on TV, but here's all the stupid
mix.
Here's all the stupid
personal
gimmicks.
stuff with like the storyline.
He's trying to blur the lines essentially, but he's basically going, look at all this stupid stuff that gets TV time while I don't.
I think I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to take of it. I'm
going to come out glowing in the dark while having a beautiful lady at my side and
have a robe on.
Yeah. I'll get a robe.
Yeah, I don't know.
It'll be beautiful. So, I don't know. So be on the lookout for Dolph Ziggler to make more backstage promos or whatever it is he's going to do. There was a segment with Lana and Tamina backstage where Lana kind of psyched up Tamina, and they're going to go on their warpath beginning next week as well. So a lot of stuff to look forward to next week at least. I like that they're at least trying to think ahead as opposed to Raw where everything is done right there on the fly. Like they start Raw to set the mood for what's going to be the main event. Anyways, then we had the main event, which was AJ Styles and Kevin Owens. So AJ Styles ends up retaining. So end of that one. Not too bad. It was a lot of talking. Oh my God. Going into the hot topics, as we talked about before, Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman have been announced for No Mercy. Enzo is debuted on 205 Live. Then, of course, the Mayweather-McGregor fight going to be taking place this Saturday.
Yeah, I cannot wait.
I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a circus. It's going to be a joke.
We win, but they also win a lot of money.
It's probably going to be a waste of money.
Yeah.
Like, I'm probably going to be sitting there at the end going, really? That's what they did?
That's fucking bullshit.
Just because I know how Mayweather fights. He's a defensive counter striker. And he'll run around the circle.
Okay, if McGregor wins, everyone's going to be like, well, Mayweather's been retired for 2 years.
I've been seeing a lot of people saying if Mayweather loses, it's going to be a disgrace to boxing.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's like you got this guy who's never had a boxing match come into our turf and beat one of the, one of what's considered one of the all-time greats.
We have, 49-1?
Yes. That would be the case. So, bless you.
Thank you.
It's gonna be crazy to see. But final bit of hot topic news for you guys. We have the second round of the WWE 2K18 roster. So I don't know. Do you want to take this one away?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right. Go on ahead. I got the list there for you.
All right.
Get your thing going.
Yeah, get my thing going.
You gotta get your thing going.
Okay, so I'm pumped for the new video game that's coming out. He likes doing that. Okay, so here's the list. Or the second set that's revealed of people: Goldberg, Earthquake, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Larry Zbyszko, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Edge the Godfather, Eddie Guerrero, Daniel Bryan, Maurice, Naomi, Sasha Banks, Bailey, Ivory, Natalya, Mickey James, Becky Lynch, Oh, Tamina, Ember Moon, Kerry Von Erich, Kevin Von Erich, Jay and Jimmy Uso, Mojo Rawley, Zack Ryder, Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles, Bobby Roode, first game, The Miz.
First time for Ember Moon as well.
Yeah, that too. Roman Reigns, The Rock, Randy Orton, Triple H, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, and John Cena.
China.
So no, I'm pumped for it. I've seen the entrances of certain people, and I'm pumped.
Yeah.
I can't wait for all the other people they're gonna announce, like all the new people, man. All the cruiserweights,
new
people in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Super pumped.
Yeah, should be pretty exciting.
It should.
Yeah,
it should be.
Cool. You have any other topics you want to discuss before we wrap up the show?
I'm thinking. How's Ric Flair doing? Do we know?
I think he's recovering.
Yeah.
Haven't really heard anything as far as like major updates, but I know he's still in the recovery phase. So we certainly are wishing the best for him.
Did you see that video of, I don't know where it was, but Joey Ryan was doing the dick grab to Mick Foley?
Oh God, I think so.
Yeah, he did the flip thing and also flipped Mick Foley.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah, props to Mick Foley for still being able to take the bump.
He had Mr. Sacco.
Yeah.
And he was grabbing Joey Ryan's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Or dick nuts.
Did you see about Dana Brooke's boyfriend? That's pretty sad. He passed away. Supposedly he was choking on his food at his home, and he was found unconscious Monday evening by a friend. This is according to the TMZ report. 911 call made by a friend was released by TMZ. The friend found him passed out after apparently choking on his food, tried to perform CPR and other maneuvers to help out, but was unable to revive him. The friend stated that he had been taking insulin, and the collapse could have been a result of a medical condition. So that's really sad. So our thoughts go out to the family and Dana Brooke as well. I know that's just terrible. In Global Force news, Low Key has departed from Global Force. Yeah, so he's gone.
I know Johnny Impact. That's Johnny Mundo, Johnny Nitro, John Morrison. He's going to be Johnny Impact.
This is according to PW Insider. They low-key separated amicably. The reason for his departure isn't entirely clear, but one of the stories going around was that it was due to a financial dispute. But other sources are claiming that he just simply wasn't happy with what creative had planned for him leading into Bound for Glory.
I was about to say, I don't know how much they taped, but he was the new member of LAX.
They said he wanted to be elevated to work the main event picture for Global Force Wrestling, but creative had other plans for him. So
the dude came out of retirement and he went back to Impact, and
he came out of retirement and expected to be in the main event. So, yep, that pretty much will do it. So for all of our listeners out there, if you have any questions for us, feel free to post them on our YouTube channel, WNS Video, or our Facebook page, WNS Podcast, or our Facebook group page, also WNS Podcast.
Group page.
You can check us out on WrestlingNewsSource.com and WrestlingNewsSource.com on Facebook. And then you can subscribe to our show on iTunes by searching Wrestling News Source Podcast.
You can find us on Stitcher, Beyond Pod, Player.fm, and Satchel. Just search Wrestling News Source Podcast to find us.
You said it was such delivery.
Yes.
Force. You can also follow us on Twitter at WNS Podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at WNS_Daniel. You can follow Tyler at Tyler_Abear. Getting back into it, as well as
Instagram. Abear_mode.
There you go.
MODE.
So there you go for the podcast crew. I am Daniel Herron.
I'm Tyler Abear.
And we will catch you all next week.
Bye.